Y'all, society is in the midst of a sleep epidemic. The good news is that solutions are out there, and they're natural, and they're free, and they work. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Ethan Hill. I'm an international yoga teacher, writer, and entrepreneur helping seekers like yourself adjust to the new earth. In this short video, I'm going to give you an advanced, yet simple and foolproof scientific yoga technique that is going to help you fall asleep much, much faster. Let it be known, I'm neither a doctor nor a sleep scientist, and this does not constitute as medical advice, okay? All right, dope. Now that we got that out of the way, let's dive into it. Here's the only background knowledge and context you are going to need to know for this video, and it is extremely simple, all right? Your nervous system acts differently at different times of the day. For instance, it's firing on all cylinders when you're intensely exercising, but cruising casually along when you're just sitting down reading a book. When you're in deep sleep, though, your nervous system acts in a very unique way compared to all other waking hours. That is, your breath and your heart rate slow dramatically. Your muscles lengthen, your eyes stop moving, your body temperature is going to drop, and your brain waves are going to lengthen. Hypothetically then, I want you to listen closely to this, okay? Because it's the basis for this entire video. If you are able to recreate that exact nervous system response in your body through conscious willpower, then you will be able to fall asleep more or less instantaneously. For instance, if your breath rate slows way down to a very, very subtle rise and fall during deep sleep, then one way to manually put yourself into that sleep state is by artificially creating or recreating that breath pattern to fit that exact nervous system response. Simple, right? Okay, so let's learn how to do it. The fundamental of this technique is called box breathing, or Samavriti Pranayama in yoga. Here's how it works. You will choose a specific breath count, 4, 6, 8, 20, whatever. And then you will inhale for that count, hold for that count, exhale for that count, and hold again for that count. Can you see how the box is formed? Right? It's inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Try with me briefly. Exhale everything out of your lungs. And then breathe up the left side of your imaginary box for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top of your box for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale down the right side of your box for 4, 3, 2, 1. And now hold at the bottom of your box for 4, 3, 2, 1. That was it. All right, the technique is super simple. In fact, it's so simple that you might even be wondering in your own mind, how could that possibly put me to sleep? And yeah, you're kind of right. I mean, box breathing, just based on how your nervous system is wired, is guaranteed to help relax you, at least somewhat. But it's the other parts of this practice, in addition to the box breathing, that is really going to make all the difference for helping you fall asleep quickly. Because remember, we're trying to recreate all of the physiological responses that occur during sleep, not just the breath rate. So there are 4 other ingredients to this technique, ones that you likely will not have seen in any other box breathing or sleeping video, that is going to take this method, this technique, to the next level. Ingredient number 1, when you close your eyes for sleep, you're going to roll the eyes downwards. Why? Because that is where your eyes naturally fall when you start sliding into stage 1 of non-REM sleep, aka deep restful sleep. All right, the second ingredient is what you are going to do with your skeletal-muscular system. Obviously, when you are awake and moving, muscle tone ramps up versus when you're lying down in bed asleep, muscle tone ramps down. So on top of controlling your breath and keeping your eyes downwards, you're also going to be performing a very subtle body scan to turn off anything that's unnecessarily tense. All right, the majority of this body scan that we'll do together soon, I promise, is going to focus on your forehead and the base of your skull. Why? A few reasons. Basically, when the back of your neck lengthens, which automatically happens when you scan it, your chin simultaneously dives down and the diameter of your throat contracts, both of which create further physical relaxation in you. Likewise, the base of your skull is where your medulla oblongata exists, a critical piece of brain tissue in charge of relaxing your physical body. And by placing your attention there, as you'll do during your body scan, you will immediately release tension from all of your muscles throughout the entire body. And finally, due to the incredibly complex and interconnectivity of your mind and your body, when your forehead fully loosens, again, as a byproduct of body scanning, your thinking mind is going to immediately quiet down. The third ingredient to help you fall asleep faster is what you're going to say to yourself in your own mind. All right, unless you've been an expert meditator and you've been putting thousands of hours into practice, it is very challenging, if not downright impossible, to quiet your mind at will. Okay, so instead we're going to leverage the talkative function of the mind in order to help it fall asleep rather than hinder it. Okay, so what does that mean practically speaking? It means that while you're doing the other techniques, while you're box breathing, while your eyes are pointed downwards, and while you're scanning your face or forehead and base of your skull, you will also be thinking a certain thought or phrase to yourself over and over and over again. This is also called mantra repetition, and it's an extremely powerful tool that almost all yogis use in order to master their minds. Now you can repeat whatever word or phrase that you like. Okay, the word peace, om, calm, sleep, whatever. Just make sure that you're thinking it in a calm, rhythmic, and passionless tone, and that the word has no associations to trigger the monkey mind. The last ingredient, one that is oh so crucial, is intention setting. Right? Before you even begin all the tools that we sketched out here, box breathing, eye stabilization, body scanning, mantra repetition, you are going to want to make sure that you have fully committed to sleep. In other words, you have to be 100% willing to let go of everything that happened in the day. A task that is admittedly much harder than it sounds. Eyes, muscles, thoughts, breath, and intention. Okay, you master those 5 elements and you are going to be out faster than you can say, oh, hey, this is actually working. All right, my friend, if you're ready to practice this technique, head to the link in the description below. There you're going to gain access to a free 30-minute guided audio session. You can practice it whenever you like, but I highly recommend right before bedtime. Wait, before you go, as a bonus, I'm going to rapid fire some thoughts on screen that I personally use myself for falling asleep faster and getting much deeper rest. All right, that is it for me. Thank you for liking, for subscribing. Make sure you comment below if I missed anything huge and important or a tip and technique that you personally use to fall asleep faster. And then otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Peace.